It would appear there's a running joke within media that even those working in the industry don't actually understand what it is. Media and technology is progressing at a fast rate, and no problem has a simple solution. Although this means our job has its challenges, it also means there's plenty of opportunity to be creative. I've been set the challenge of explaining media planning. I've decided to relate the key parts of planning to my personal life, in the hope to make something complex appear really simple to those who, like me, have very little understanding of the process. So, here we go. A bit like young children, audiences can't tell us what they want, and we can't tell what they're thinking. They don't always respond in the way you necessarily expect. That's why we try and find out as much as we can about our target audience. Their response to the particular product is not all that's important. We find out more about their interests, behaviours, opinions, lifestyle, and then we can get a stronger idea of how to relate to them, giving us the best chance of providing a successful response to the brief. Audiences can also get bored of being targeted in the same way all the time, so although it's easy to stick to what you know works, they can appreciate creativity. In order to make this understandable to my audience, in this instance my stepdad, I'm going to approach him in a relevant environment where I'm most likely to get his full attention. Jason is a man with much knowledge on plants, so I've come up with an analogy for media planning which will be relatable to him through plants. Just like with brands, there are so many different types of plants and trees. Hopefully, Jason will be able to offer further insight into this.
So, there's a big diversity in the plant world, and they're all very different, and different requirements that they can provide. So in here, we've got things which will only grow in the shade. So if you put those in the sun, they're simply not going to work. Other things, if you put them in the sun, they're going to dry out and die off. So we need to move this one into its correct place. So if it's not in the right place, we try and find the correct environment for it. So plants all have different characteristics. The one thing that all plants and trees have in common is they all want light, water, shelter, and to be able to set seed. The thing is, they just need it in different quantities depending on what plant they are. So if a plant wasn't growing well, wasn't flourishing, I would look at where I can either move it into its correct position or how I can change the environment around it to give it the conditions it needs.
So, this is very similar to the brands that we work with in media. All of them are very different. They all work in different environments, have different behaviours, different characteristics, etc. But what they have in common is that they all want to grow, they all want to be successful, they all want to do well. And so this is the basis for which we plan our solution to whatever problem we're faced with with our clients. So we dig deeper into the characteristics of the brand, where they lie within the market, and what environments they thrive in, and how audiences relate to these. And then we combine our knowledge of those elements to provide an appropriate solution.
In this instance, we're relating media planning to figure skating. Figure skating is all about understanding the ice and how to use it properly to make the skill successful. In media, it's important that we have a good understanding of the media channels and how to use them to best fit the brief and put in front of the right audience to help it succeed. This actually sounds pretty simple. However, if you don't match the right audience, product, and media channel together, well, that can happen. So, just like the ice, channels have limitations. You need to get the right brand, product, and media channel to make these limitations the opportunity. This is why both brand research and audience research are equally important to ensure you can plan successfully. So essentially, media planning is so much more than just a question and answer. It's creative problem solving, which is done through understanding of the brief, the brand, the audience, and the proposed channels.